Um, how are you? I'm going to bring up my desktop. We're going to chat. Sorry, I'm 3 minutes late. It's going to be 27 minutes then, and I'm going to get outside. I have not seen the beaver in a couple days. It's been maybe 2 weeks or so since I've seen a fox. Let's see what the morning brings. I don't want to set expectations. I want to let nature and the morning and the moment bring me whatever it brings me, because it's all a wonder. It's all a gift. And who am I to look at any gift and say, well, that's not exactly what I wanted? Here's what I know. I don't know what I want. And that's important to consider. I don't know what I want. Cat, hey, Sniper's here. Sorry. Grand Rising there, Grand Rising Sniper. And good morning to Cat and Jack. Good morning to the beautiful Cat and Jack. Cat Sen and Love. Hey, that's nice. That's very clever. Uh, and Waves at Squirrel. If you ever consider that, you don't know what you want, and here we are manifesting our little heads off, um, and we might get exactly what we manifest, only to realize it does not unfold the way we thought it was going to. How about if we manifest alignment with the universe itself and allowing God to deliver a greater good? We can only see such a tiny slice of the puzzle. And yet we want something specific in that tiny, tiny, tiny slice. And again, maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll manifest that perfect parking spot only to have our car scratched. That's just a metaphor, metaphorically speaking. Um, who knows? So, Hawaiian shamanism, they talk about the shadow side of a wish. You wish for a long life. You live to be 120, and you spend the last 60 years of your life. That's half my life, by the way. Uh, the next 60 years of your life, uh, infirmed, unhealthy, unhappy. And that's the empire. Hello, my friend. It's been a little bit. Hope you're happy. Hope you're well. I always consider I don't know what I want. It's an important consideration. Sam says I woke up with two punctures on my van this morning. Wow, sorry, Sniper. Cost me the whole day's pay from yesterday. How does that work? Hey, Sniper, I know you are not yet monetized on your channel. You ever consider putting in a buy me coffee or a PayPal link in your description? Because you, for one, you've been a great, great value to me. Um, and you are to so many people. And I know people would love to show you their appreciation. Something to consider. Hey, Daniel. Daniel Berry says, morning. Morning to you, my friend. Empire says, to be honest, earlier I was crashing out over a situation that happened between myself and some friends. Interesting that you say that. I woke up this morning crashing out. I woke up this morning in a dark place. Hey, Johnny Cash. It's been a little bit for you too. Thanks for being here. I brought back some Black Angel wings, and I bought me some Black Angel wings on Amazon. But we need a video of you and Black Angel wings. Maybe doing a Black Angel wing dance. I don't know. I'll tell you what. If I had some Black Angel wings, I would do a Black Angel dance on the internets, on the YouTubes. Because it is me, the one and only ya boy. First time ever. Big Al, you made just Yogi doing burpees in his basement history right now. First time I ever said ya boy. Don't clip that. Big Al said hi. Johnny Cash says I would make a short about opening the box with them. That would be awesome. I woke up this morning not feeling good enough, not feeling like it fit in, not knowing anything, and not in a good way. Empire says I was in a pretty dark place. Um, as well, earlier I was listening to Juice World, Rich and Blind. Don't know that, which I haven't listened to like that in a long time. You know, what we listen to has a definite and powerful effect upon us. Even our alarm clock. You wake up to a jarring alarm, or you wake up to something soft and gentle. I like to wake up to, I'm up well before dawn, but it's still morning. I like to think that there's a gentle whisper coming my way. As the entire universe is cooperating with the sun to rise, that it is gently pulling me in that direction as well. Big Al, you did. I see. Big Al, the Englishman. That implies so much to me. Man, the Englishman. For one, I think of Joe Cocker's seminal classic album, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. And do you know what? When I think Englishman, a lot of good stuff for me comes to mind. A proper English gentleman. Big Al says, I feel honored. Well, you know what? You're the boy. Oh, man. Don't let me get ahead of myself. Black Angel Wings would come on March 21st. All right. Keep reminding us. You mark that in my mental calendar. Sniper says it's never crossed my mind, Eric. I just want to share some seeds of truth where I can. Some people tend to stick out for a reason. You know what though? You're a valued friend. A valued friend, a valued source of comfort for me, for a lot of other people. I know people feel safe knowing that you are here. You know that? I can't stress that enough. And people have told me, Sniper will handle it. Sniper will handle it. And you do. And you do it in a way that aligns so much with what I value. I don't take you for granted. And I don't think anyone here really does. You're deeply appreciated. And again, you know, buy me coffee. I'd love that because it's just so simple. I'd love to buy you a cup of coffee any day. You know that? Like, how wonderful that is. I'd like to buy someone a cup of coffee to show my appreciation. And when with that link, people literally can. They'll say, Sniper, today, buy yourself a cup of coffee. So something to consider, my friend. And listen, Empire says, I believe it does as well, but this time it just got better of me. And I caved and listened to something that just fit my vibe for anger, frustration, and some situational depression. Now, that's interesting. You listen to something, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but you listen to something to fit your vibe versus listening something to rise your vibe, to change your vibe. So you can match your vibe and then say, okay, now what do I want to do? Do I want to stay in this place? This was my consideration for the day. Like I said, I woke up in a very dark place as well. Man, I woke up with, it's even difficult for me to say. I woke up with a sense of imposter syndrome. Who am I to know or say anything? Who am I to consider myself any type of help, aid, teacher, plus more? And there was almost a sense of spiraling all through my yoga asana practice. That would come up. So, hey, Empire, let's not make it wrong. Says, oh, I know it's wrong. I should have listened to something that will help. But that's okay. It's okay. It's not wrong. As a matter of fact, that might be exactly what you needed in that moment to match it, to express that energy. So, yeah, it could have been perfect. Hey, Maddie. Maddie says hello. Hey, Ash. Ash is here. One of my favorite people. You guys are all one of my favorite peoples. Hey, Selma. Good morning to you, my good friend. Uh, hey, Soul Stars. Sissy, how are you? Do not take your for granted. We appreciate you, Sniper. Absolutely. Except it says, okay, I will consider it. Breaking patterns. I'm working on that too. That's me proper. Yeah, you know what? I do think of you as a proper English gentleman. Big Al. Um, Grandest risings to you, Sissy. So yeah. So now you match that energy. You expressed it as it needed to be expressed. So now what do you want to do? Here's what I love as offered. I've been talking about this quite a bit in A Course in Miracles. Choosing our goal in any situation. And if you set the goal as peace of mind, my only goal. I wake up this morning, my only goal today is peace of mind. How do I approach everything knowing that that's my only goal? If I get in an argument with someone, is that fulfilling my goal or is it pushing me farther away? The outcome of everything that I want is peace of mind. It's as simple as that. But here's what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm thinking about. Here's what I'm going to talk about all day. I need do nothing. What a wonderful lesson from A Course in Miracles that aligns so perfectly with the Tao Te Ching. I need do nothing. The Tao Te Ching, they say, I need do nothing. I need do nothing, and yet everything gets done. The sun doesn't stretch its sun-like arms, wake up in a bad mood and say, I got to shake this off. I got a day to light up today. Remember the Hafiz poem? Let's read some Hafiz. I know you guys want to. You know, Hafiz, the subject tonight is love. I love reading that, but we're going to read something very specific from Hafiz. This is for you guys today. This is for you guys, the proper English gentlemen and the wild and sage witchy women of America, for the snipers, for all of you guys. Hafiz, even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. Man, lights the whole sky. You, my friends, are the light for the whole sky. Just let yourself shine today. You need do nothing. You already are. Let's dive into that for about 10 more minutes. Let me catch up just for a bit. Ash says, hold up, Harrison was playing you. Simple says, doing great, Ash. In amongst everything, going against the grain takes its toll at points. It does. It does. Why are you fighting with Harrison, Selma? Ash says, how are you, Yokes? I'm good, Ash. How are you? Never fight with an X. It just reminds you of why they're an X. Selma, no one should make you hit yourself. No one should make you do anything. Richie Woman of America, Yogi, Big Al can tame them. That's the wonderful thing. There's no taming them. They draw you into the witchiness and the wonderment and the wildness. Big Al, you would find yourself half naked, painted blue, horns taped to your head, and dancing around a bonfire. Which is a pretty awesome place to be, guys. I can vouch for that. I've been there. I've had some magical times under the moon with some very witchy women. Sniper says Big Al is the grass snake, an adder, or just common green worm. I would say everyone cheats on purpose. There's no accidental cheating. It may seem, oh, I didn't have a choice, but so you saw a snake. I know you guys have the outer, which is poisonous, right? But I don't think very. Snapper gives some sage advice. Half native, pink blue, dancing around the fire. I like it. All right, I'm in. Let's make it happen. I tell you honestly, I cleaned it up. I gave the PG version. There was no half anything. Hey, Paranormal. Paranormal Walks is here, says Hi, Soul Stars. Soul Star says, and even see me inside the circle. Blessings are precious in existence with incarnations of peace, harmony, balance restored. Let's make this happen. You know, Bob, Anything Possible, and Skeeter, they rented a place in PA, Pennsylvania, for the fishing community, whoever wanted to. Just a little camp area. Um, everyone paid for their own little camping space. And I think they're just spending a weekend. A gathering of yogis and witches, sage, saints, and reprobates, and possibly proper English gentlemen. I don't know where I would fall in. I might fall in closer to a reprobate. Big Al says, well, Cat, you bring the blue paint, I'll bring the half nakedness. Big Al, he's a giver. He's a giver. I can definitely picture Soul Stars in the middle, casting spells. Someone says, I'm dating Jackson, Harrison's best friend. Hey, someone, I'm going to give, hey, Jonathan. Jonathan, it's been a bit. How are you? I don't like giving advice because, hey, what if I'm wrong? I don't want to be responsible for steering someone in the wrong direction. But if you are dating someone now, put your attention on the person that you're dating and not the one that you used to date. You do a disservice to the person that you care about. I would never want to date someone who has their attention on someone else to that extent. You know what I mean? It's not fair. It's not fair for you. It's not fair for Jackson. Kat says that would be fun, Yogi. Retreat. I've been saying this. You have been saying this. It's taken shape in our mind. But you know what? Instead of a Yogi retreat, I just like the wild and woolly weekend of wickedness. I mean wickedness in the greatest possible sense. I don't mean it in that, the evil doing. I mean people let their inhibitions down just enough. That we do what Hafiz says. We just shine. We shine our light on each other. Someone says, I agree with you, Yogi. Awesome, Selma. You are too good of a person to be focused on something that is harmful for you. And if anything, Harrison has proven that he's just not good for you. Right now, Harrison's not even good for himself. He needs to wake up and learn what he lost. He lost a wonderful, beautiful person. That's you, Selma. Redeemer says, hey, Redeemer. Misfits and misbehavings, but no misbehaving misfits. Perfect. That could be our slogan. Empire says, facts, bro, facts. I would not recommend getting into a relationship as soon as you leave another. It's just not a good idea. Yes, I agree, but there's no hard and fast rule. You know what I mean? If you can be mindful of what you're doing. So I've been thinking a lot about holy relationships. Of course, you can have a holy relationship anywhere and with anyone. However, I think it takes a commitment on both ends for the holiness to prevail. Doesn't mean that you can't learn from a situation where someone else might not be aware of the holiness, of the potentiality of a relationship. But it's still limited. It's still only part of the picture, only half of the picture. But if two people know, the potential of a holy relationship is to awaken enlightenment itself. And that, as the Course says, it can save you thousands of lifetimes. That's pretty remarkable. Big Al says, Silver my Redeemer, I like that. Semper says, Selma, just be you for a bit. Yes. Jumping from one to another, especially if he is friends with an ex. And he is also an ex. You dated him once before. So he's a double X. If we have a double X, does that make a positive X? I don't know. Too much mathing for me. Big Al said, hi. Jonathan says, I want to go. Where do you want to go, Jonathan? Hello, Miss Blipper. Hey, Phoenix. Dolly's here. Says, morning, lovely friends. All right, guys. I got 6 minutes. God says, let's talk about that. The Course says, if I can save you thousands of lifetimes. Yes. It takes two people knowing that the art of relationship is forgiveness. It doesn't mean saying, I forgive you for, you know, there's never any I forgive you for in the Course. There's no for. Forgiveness isn't bargaining. It's not saying I forgive you for this. I forgive you for not taking the garbage out. I forgive you for doing this or not doing that. It's saying it within a relationship that I choose to see no error beyond form, that I choose to see, in the language of the Course, the face of Christ within you in every possible moment that I'm able to. And I forgive myself. Hey, Carl. Carl says, Shalom. Shalom, my friend. I forgive myself for sometimes failing to see the face of Christ within you, as well as my own. When I talked about the little bit of darkness this morning, I was far away from recognizing the face of Christ within me this morning. It was not even a dim glimmer. It felt non-existent. I love the thought of being firmly established in a commitment to a holy relationship. That no matter what, I will always endeavor, I will always attempt, and you are my reminder to do so, and I am your reminder to do so. And again, it doesn't mean that you don't get irked, irritated, downright mad. But you have the respect knowing that I will return, I will look, and I will see or re-see as often as possible the holiness within you, and I will honor it. I will live my life in the essence of Namaste, that my holiness that I look for is going to be reflected from you, and that I hope that your holiness can be reflected and found within me. And I am committed to that. My relationship will serve and honor you. Yours will serve and honor me, and together we will serve and honor God. The beauty of God. Whenever you hear me say God, please dismiss every single concept that you have of God. Every one of them. And just accept the beingness of God right here and right now without need of an explanation, without need of a description. The isness. I love Richard Bach, his description, the isness. Course in Miracles, they say God is, and then remain silent afterwards. Carl says, fishing? Oh, you want to go fishing? All right, you're in the right spot. Got lots of fishing friends who always pop in and hang out. I know Kat is going to do some magnet fishing. Magnet fishing has a great appeal to a vegan. Empire says, I'm telling you, bro, block that man's number. It's probably good advice. Someone says Max is crazy, which is probably why he's an ex. Hey, Stuart. Stuart says, good morning, Eric, my brother. Good morning, Stuart, my brother. How are you? Stuart says, fishing. I love fishing. You know what? I never would have guessed. All this time, I've known the Fisherman's Lodge for, it's been a year, probably over a year. And he's been a good friend for much of that time. But I never knew. I never would have guessed that our friend Stuart loves fishing. Huh. You learn something new every day. If only I had some hint, some clue that the person I met who was called the Fish Whisperer, um, well, you live and learn. Stuart says hello to Selma. Empire says you can still love or care. 100%. Well said, my friend, about someone without them being a part of your life. If your ex is that bad, like I said, block them and walk away. Carl says, you think God forgives Jeff Dahmer after what he did? Well, do you really want my thoughts? So you don't want to debate? Let me know. Stuart says, Selma, you can come to my live streams when I am live. You're more than welcome. Nice invitation. Stuart, Miss Pippa says, actually, I believe Course of Miracles says that anyone in a relationship can choose that. It becomes a holy relationship, i.e. the Holy Spirit makes it holy. You know what? There was a big debate with Kenneth Wapnick. Not that he was debating, about whether it could be done exclusively where we ask the Holy Spirit, or it had to be a conscious decision, with people falling on both sides of the camp. I think, Miss Pipper, have you ever read the the unedited, the pre-Wapnick Course of Miracles? I have not. I think about getting it though, and then I think, do I need to? Let's see. Carl says some people should not be forgiven, like Hitler. And let's see. Someone says, "Oh, walk away." Good. Empire says, "What makes you any better?" Well, since I only have a minute, we will not dive into any. We're not diving any should Hitler be forgiven conversations. I'm not sure I could come to any point of reference that would make any meaningful difference in less than a minute. Honestly, the last time I had this conversation, it took me 1 minute and 31 seconds. So I don't know if I feel like going for a personal record today. Let's see. I don't believe I told you to do anything, Carl. Nor would I. Let's see. Carl says if you're going by Christian standards, sin and sin, there is no sin bigger or smaller than the other. Thanks, for Redeemer, for that quote. John 3:2. Most people say rather the Holy Spirit can forgive through us. There you go. So here's the thing. No one is actually saying forgive Hitler. Look past Hitler to the same spark of God that resides within you. Let's take Hitler out of the equation. Empire says he didn't answer you, Carl. Your 110 rage bait. Well said, Empire. Miss Pippa says, I think Jesus forgave the Romans. Pippa says, it's up to you. Hey, Yosef, how are you? Phoenix says, how are you, Stuart? Um, I like that our friend Carl was able to debate himself. Here's my hope: is that Carl will be able to debate himself into an answer that he's satisfied with, um, and leave it at that. I have no need or desire to convince anyone of anything. None. I resign as my own teacher. Finally. I certainly agree that it's your reality, Carl. Um, Kat says, Yogi, that may be the first. I love you. Have a great walk. Thank you, Kat. I love you too. And I will have a great walk just because you asked me to, or told me to, or declared that it's so. Fisherman says, Kat, I love you too. All right. I can share a little bit of the love as long as it's going towards Kat. Snippet says, there was a pond used by those that don't know, Carl. Those bloodlines rule the background that influence society. Through that reality is an illusion. So my last few minutes, not even few minutes, my last couple seconds of this conversation, I will not talk about I will not talk about Hitler or Winston Churchill. I will talk about you. And here's what I have to say about you. Be that beam of sunlight that Haviz is talking about. Light the whole world. It's possible for you. It is possible for you. And to end that, we're going to end it in two ways. We're going to end it with Soul Stars, beautiful invocation from Ho'oponopono. Let's talk about Ho'oponopono this afternoon, as well as I need do nothing from our friend Sissy, the beautiful Soul Stars. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And with that, I love you guys. Joseph, my friend, thank you so much. Bye, guys.